So we just have a new class today. And we'll start here. All the things we can do from in command, just as a basic overview, but I also will make it into a bit more of a Q&A as well, just in case you guys have specific questions and answers on, or sorry, specific questions on the KW tech, and I can answer those. So, woo! Welcome. Yeah, that sounds great. And for those of you online, we are just getting started in a couple of minutes here, so feel free to grab a water and let me know at 1:05 if you can't see my screen or hear me. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. And yes, today is all about command and just an overview of command for new agents specifically. And the main goal of today's class is to show you, kind of like a movie trailer, what all command can do for you so that you, one, can tell that to your clients to promote you and your business better. But also, you can book an appointment with us, a 30-minute one-on-one, by going to kwbresources.com and clicking I need tech help in the top right corner. That's going to bring you right to our calendar so that we can have a one-on-one appointment on all of these things. So if there's anything that interests you today in class as we're going through that, jot it down and make a note to make an appointment with us, and we can go through it more in detail as well as together, so you don't have to feel alone while doing that. And for the most part today, we're going to be in command, which is going to be agent.kw.com. So if you could open that up in one tab. And then in a separate tab, feel free to open up your email account as well. And pull up the Keller Cloud Setup Complete email that you received from Scott Leroy. So if you're in Gmail, if you search your inbox for Keller Cloud Setup Complete, should have an email there from Scott Leroy. And this would be a good email to start, because this is going to have all your important logins and link all in one email for you. So it's nice and centralized. And if you have any issues finding this email, just let me know. But once you click on, so once you get that email, it should say like, click here to view your setup. You put in our market center number, which is 350. And then it opens up to this setup, which again, has all your important links and logins. So starting with the KW email, is everyone signed in to their KW email? Good. Did you sign into your KW email? Are you signed in as well on your phone? Okay, perfect. So just a heads up, these KW emails are G Suites or Google Workspace accounts, meaning you have access to all, well, most of the Google tools with your KW email. There are a couple that don't work, like Google Wallet, for example. But you do have access to like Google Drive, right, from your KW email, as well as things like YouTube, since Google owns that as well. Now, the first login here is going to be probably the most important login in regards to your KW Tech. This is going to be your command login, and we're going to jump there in just a second. But before that, I'm going to scroll down just a little bit lower to some important links. So right underneath your email and your login, you're going to see KW Command IDX website. So this is your command website, which is already set up for you. So Scott Leroy, as a part of their setup process, they set up your command website, and you're going to find that URL there. A couple things to note with this URL. If you are getting this printed on business cards, for example, you cannot use this URL with www dot in front of it. It won't work. So if you're getting that printed, you want to leave off www dot. Also, something to note is that there's an extra dot in there. So it's scottleroymarketing.kw.com. So just to keep in mind if you're getting that printed somewhere, especially as a new agent, that's typical with business cards. Hey, Nick. That .kw.com and the www dot, those are two notes to keep in mind when getting that printed somewhere. Now, in regards to your website setup, and if you click on that URL right from your setup, it's going to bring you to your live site. And in regards to your live site, it's already set up for you, like I said, by Scott Leroy Marketing. So there's nothing you really have to do here. More so, just know the value that your website can provide your clients. So they can search for listings anywhere in the country with any brokerage. So this is not only our MLS, and it's not only KW listings. They are able to search all over the country. So even if you have out-of-state clients or contacts, you can still share them with your website, and they're going to be able to search for homes based off their current location. So the functionality of your command websites is unmatched. It syncs with the MLS faster than Zillow does. All right. So now that we talked about the website a little bit, I'm going to scroll back up a little bit on this setup, and we are finally going to go into command. And to get to command, we access that by going to agent.kw.com. And this first login here is what we're going to use to sign in. So in a new tab, if you go to agent.kw.com, it should look like this at agent.kw.com or command. And here we can sign in with that top login. And if you have any questions as I'm going through this, I can repeat anything, just let me know. All right, so here's the home page of command. And your screen might not look identical to mine here, because we're actually able to customize this home screen if we would like. So right under our names, we're going to see a customize button. And we are able to customize our home screen based off what we would like to see in our business. So we can check or unselect any of these options that we don't want to see. I would recommend keeping them all checked. There's no harm in seeing everything. And then something that I see, I think by default, for example, is that recent leads does not appear at the top. And I think that's very important with your business. So what we can do on the right-hand side where we see arrange widgets, we can click and drag next to those 6 dots next to any of these elements and hold that and drag it to the top so that we're going to be able to see our recent leads right at the top. Same kind of thing on the left side too. If we would like to, for example, bring our goals up or maybe our tasks up, we can rearrange this how we see fit for our business. And just be sure to click apply. And what this homepage, these elements on this homepage is basically just snapshots or widgets from each section of command. So we can kind of see an overview of what's going on in command right from the homepage here. Something else important that we'll see up at the top is going to be the bell icon. And that is going to let us know our notifications. So if we click on that bell icon in the top right, we're going to see all the notifications coming into command. We can even click over to our red notifications so we get that full list here. And if there is a red dot on the bell icon that's letting us know we have a new notification. So that would be key to check on if we see that red dot up there. All right, this moves me though to the apps to talk about the apps that we have at Keller Williams. Because one of my favorite things about having the command app, which we'll download together, is that we can get notifications right on our phone so we don't have to sign in to see our notifications every time into command. So if you have not downloaded our apps already, we can go into the App Store or Google Play Store if you have an Android. And what we're going to search is just Keller Williams. And now when we search that, the first thing that comes up for me is like realtor.com, like the sponsored one. But if you scroll down just a little bit, the two we're looking for, they look very similar. It's going to be a white app with a red KW and then a red app with a white KW. One's called KW Real Estate and one's called KW Command. Download both, and then we're going to talk through the differences between those two. So once that's downloaded, let's start with the KW Real Estate app, which is going to be the white one with the red KW. So this app is going to be for your clients. So this is the app that they can search for homes on the go. So kind of think about the Zillow app, for example. They are able to search for homes based off their current location. So this is like me in this current location, and I'm able to see all the homes for sale around me and even click on them to see all the photos and all the details for that listing right from my phone. So this app is for your clients to search for homes. So if you ever see a login or a sign up prompt on this app, that is prompting your clients to sign up on the app so they can save properties and favorite properties right on your app, and they can collect those into like a folder. Your sign in as the agent is going to be the other app. So the red one, the command app, is going to be the agent sign in, where you sign in with the same login that you use to sign in on the computer version. So the KW Buy and Sell app is for your clients. The red one, the KW Command app, is for you. Now, I will say, if you are prompted on your client's app, so the white one with the red KW, if you're prompted to sign up, I would recommend signing up and pretending you're a client, just so you can see what they see, as well as you can see that lead come right into command, like as a test run to see how that works when your client sign in on that app. But again, you don't already have a sign in for the client one. Your sign in is command. Does that make sense, like the difference between the two? And let me know if I can clarify. So now we can go into the KW Command app, again, the red app. I wish they looked a little different so I didn't have to just say the colors. And here we can sign in with our KW credentials, the same one we logged in on there, and that top login from our setup. And let me know when you guys are signed in. You good? So starting on the home page of this app, there's actually a couple cool features that are hiding up at your name. So if you click on your name at the very top, you're going to see some extra options drop down, including my business card. I like this one. So if you're ever on the go and you don't have a business card on you, but you want a client or contact to save your information, you can pull up this QR code, and that will allow them to scan it, kind of like the menus, during COVID times, and tap to save your contact information in just a click. So if you're ever on the go, I would recommend pulling this up. And again, how we got here was on the Command app. We click our name at the top, my business card. This is that QR code. Also up by your name is going to be the option to share my KW app link. And when we click on that, we're going to get the options like, do you want to email that? Do you want to text it? Since it's an app, texting is going to be probably the most common way you're going to share that because we're trying to share it via phone. And why it's so important to share the app this way is because this URL is going to be branded to you. Meaning when they sign up on that app, the lead will automatically funnel into Command. But it's important to share it this way so that they're not able to search for another agent on the app. It's just going to be automatically branded to you. So when they are like favoriting homes, for example, you can see all of that on their contact profile. But you have to share it this way with your branded app in order for that to be connected to you. Does that make sense? Any questions on that? All right. Well, in general, with this Command app, the whole idea of it is to get in the habit of checking our Command app each day so that we can see what we have to do today. So as we're getting Command set up, there are these things called smart plans, and it's a KW lingo. Basically just system setups. For example, smart plans can remind you once a quarter to call your sphere so that you don't need to remember who you called last, who to call next. Your app can just tell you who to call. So that's the whole idea with this app, is that we can have our to-do list right in our hands. Also, why I even brought up the app in the first place is the notifications icon, which is going to be still that bell icon in the bottom. Having this app allows you to get notifications on your phone. So you don't have to sign into Command each time to see if you have a new lead, for example. As long as you have this app, you're going to get a notification via the app. Then under Contacts, which is going to be the second icon on the bottom, we can actually go ahead today, if you guys would like, to import your phone contacts right into Command with just a couple clicks. And I'm just going to show you the steps so that if you want to do this at a later time, you're totally welcome to, or you can follow along and go ahead and do that today. If we add contacts into Command, nothing gets sent to them automatically or anything. It just adds them to your database so that you can reach out to them if you would like. So I would recommend adding as many contacts as you can into Command, and these are the steps to do so. So again, we are in the contact section, which is the second icon on the Command app, and we're going to click the three dots in the top right corner. Next, we're going to click Import Contacts. If we're doing this for the first time, it's going to pop up and say, allow access to my contacts. Go ahead and click Allow. Then at this point, we could either go about this two ways. We could either do Select All with the top checkbox, and then deselect anyone we don't want to add into Command. Or if you would like to go through and select the contacts you do want to add to Command, you could go through that as well. Or I guess third option is to select all and just click Continue in the top right, and that will start that process. Well, actually, if you do click Continue, it prompts you to add a tag. And I do recommend adding a tag, and what tags are in Command is just the ability to group contacts together. So common tags in command are like buyer and seller. But this is a great way to be able to sort your contact, like your command contacts for specifically your phone contacts if we tag them. So I do recommend clicking new tag at the top and typing in phone contacts. Just again, so we can identify our contacts very easily once we have them imported. And I would recommend to pick a color. Doesn't matter, totally up to you. And then click continue. And then once you select that tag, then click continue one more time, and that will take about 10 minutes to get your contacts from your phone into command. So those are the steps to import our phone contacts in there. And that is typically our biggest push when starting with command, because you do need to have contacts in here to really start using its tools. So contacts is our really big push out the gate. Now, another big push with our contacts is this whole 201 club. So there is a model with KW that says if you have over 200 contacts in your command database, you have the opportunity to build a $120,000 business. However, it's not just talking about 200 names thrown in there. They are wanting fully complete contacts, meaning they have these 5 things: an email, a phone number, a physical address, and then bonus points for their birthday and home anniversary. And the whole idea is if you can collect this contact information and put it into command, then command has those smart plans that can automate each of those touches. So they can automate emails sent to them. If you have their physical address, it can automate hyperlocal stats right to their email. If you have their phone number, you can send automated text messages. So for example, on their birthday, it can send them a happy birthday text automatically if you have those things in there. So the hardest part is actually collecting that information and putting them into command. It's a very tedious process. I do know that. I've tried it. But it does have a really a big long-term effect on your business because, again, you can start automating these touches, which is huge because then anything extra you're doing is just icing on the cake. It's all about automation, especially with your time. So finding that contact information, yes, it can be quite a struggle. Here are some tips, though, I've seen other agents use to get that contact information. For the physical address, I've heard you can find that in the tax records if they're a homeowner. So, and as well as their home anniversary is in there. So even if you did not buy or you didn't buy the home with them, I would still throw their home anniversary into command, and I'll show you the how. Because then you can reach out for that purposeful touch on their home anniversary, and you can get a good timeline on when they're probably going to buy or sell next, because you can see, okay, they've lived in this home 10 years, they're probably a hot lead. So even if you do not buy or sell them the home, throw in their home anniversary in there. That way you can have the system reach out automatically for you on that key date. And I guarantee their realtor isn't remembering to reach out on that important date. So it does put you ahead in that sense. Now, phone number and email is typically the hardest one to get. I mean, the recommendation is to reach out to them for that information as a touch. So if you don't have their email, call them. If you don't have their phone number, email them. We had an agent do that. She was purely reaching out for contact information, and she got 7 leads just from doing that because they didn't even know she was in real estate to begin with. So it was not only an introduction, it also helped her database. And she said she liked it because it gave her a purpose to call other than just like, hey, checking in. So she did like that. And then for birthdays, the one tip I like to always throw in here is using Facebook. Let's see if I can remember my login. Wow. Nope. I was about to say I'm smart. Okay. 3rd time's the charm. I like my computer just memorizes it and then I don't have to think about it. So for birthday specifically, there's a cool little feature on Facebook under the friends section. So if you click on friends on the left-hand side, and then there is a birthday section here where if you scroll down, it has like upcoming birthdays up top. But if you keep scrolling, oh gosh, it starts to like group those together by month so that we can just hover over these circles and we can see who it is and when their birthday is. So you don't have to like go all the way into their profile to see that. You can kind of just hover over and add those in. So just a tip for birthdays if you're working to add those in. So that might be my biggest push. Well, one of my homework assignments for after this class is to focus on your contacts. Even if you were to identify maybe like a top 10% so that you don't feel overwhelmed with this process, to start this cleanup process on, to grab those 5 things and add it to their command contact. And before I show you the how to edit a contact, I want to show you on the phone, and then I'll show you on the computer as well. So to edit a contact on the phone, if we click on any of these, and I'm in the contact section, if we click on any of these contacts, it's going to open up to their contact profile. So we can see like all their information here. And then we can click on the 3 dots in the top right and click edit. We're going to see the phone number up top, the email up top, the address here. And then if you keep scrolling, it's kind of far down there. It's under about is where you're going to find that birthday and home anniversary. You do have to do a little bit of scrolling there. And then click save. So that's how we would edit a contact record to add in that extra contact information. And before I show you on here, I do want to show you the best process recommended to add a new contact to command and on the go. So if you're meeting a new contact for the first time, I might recommend that you add them to the command app instead of your phone contacts. And this will be a total habit relearner. I know it's natural to go right into your phone contacts to add a contact. However, if you do it through the command app, why that's cool is on the home page here, we can click the plus icon to add a contact. So let's say we're at the grocery store, we meet someone new. We're able to add that contact information right to command. So we throw in their name. And of course, as much of those 5 things as we can grab from them in person. So maybe we get their phone number and their email too while we're talking to them, and we add that in. Then we click save. And why that's cool is because, okay, we click save. So that's what added them right to command for us. But then if we click those 3 dots in the top right corner, there's going to be an extra option to save contact to phone. So we can just click that and click done. And so it's doing 2 birds, 1 stone. We added them to command. We did an extra tap there and it added it to our phone too. So that might be a really good process when you're meeting new contacts on how to get them both on your phone and in command. Does that make sense with everyone? Yeah. No, hit me. Cool. Mhm. Like in command? No, so like the listing alert would be like an MLS setup. Yeah, exactly. I think you would see all that. Oh, but like how to sync like command with that. No, there's not a way to sync that I know of.
No worries. We had a software with I think drive.
Oh, that's cool. That's kind of the idea with your website and your app, but not with, and you can set up safe searches on the website. However, the lead has to come in from your website in order to set them up on a safe search on your website, if that makes sense. It's kind of silly. Yeah, it can be done, but most agents do it right from the MLS because of that extra like obstacle that they had to have come on your website to even do that.
Okay.
It's kind of silly, I think. Good question. Yeah. You have to sign in the first time and then it saves your sign in for 2 weeks and then it signs you out again for security. But
But how do you? For 2 weeks.
well, you do have to sign in first with, do you know your,
Almost.
yeah, I think yours is your full first name. And then it might even prompt to do your like face ID. So if you're down with like showing your face, it might let you save your face. If that makes, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool though.
So I was just gonna send them like a mask. See if I can get a couple.
Yeah. Love that. Yes. So first tip, no, I mean, that's a good question. Just typically how these sections work together is you create that template in designs. So when we go into designs, you're going to click create design in the top right and do email for an email template. And it's going to give you templates for you. And then how these sections work together is we create in designs and then we go send that out in campaigns. That will be more of a simple email. Like it would be less of a design template. If you're wanting to use a template, you do have to like send it out this way. Yeah. Righty. So that was adding also a new contact to our command and to our phone in one tap or whatever. How we can then add that information on our computer is going to be contacts, our contact section. And it's kind of like the command app in the sense that when we click on any contact here, it's going to open up the contact profile. But we're going to see a lot more information on the computer side. So we're going to see here, we're going to see that pencil icon to edit. So when we're adding those 5 pieces of information, we can do that with the pencil icon and add that in. Except on the computer to find the address and those key dates, that's hiding a little bit under add more information. And then the address is under additional contact information and the key dates are under about. So getting your contacts, getting those updated, why that's really cool is, for example, with this oh wait, there's a bad example. Hold on, let me find a good contact. Okay, that's a good one. So with that key date or with that address, if you're able to add their address to their contact record, why that's so cool is because then command will know what neighborhood they live in based off that address. And if you add that in, that neighborhood, and you have an email, so the 2 things you need for the specific smart plan, is it can send their hyper-local neighborhood stats to their email. So there are 2 things you need. You need their email, and then you need a neighborhood, which again, if you have their address, command will automatically know that neighborhood. And what it would send, I want to do an example. Let me see if I can go ahead and start it on I want to show you like the full email. I can kind of show you the website, but I think it's cooler getting an email. Nope, if you put it in on the phone, it will sync with the computer, or vice versa. If you do it with the computer, it will sync with the phone. Okay, this one will work. So I'm going to add them. This is kind of good steps to add them to a smart plan. So these are steps to add one contact to a smart plan. We can open up their contact profile. And on the right-hand side, we're going to see a bunch of extra options. So one being a timeline. So like I said, with the like the KW app, They're able to favorite properties on that app, and you can see all their activity right on this timeline, so you can see what they're interested in. So there's other things we can do up here, but I'm going to click over to Smart Plans. And I can add them to the monthly neighborhood nurture, which is what is going to start that email, the automated email process. And we'll see how quickly it sends me. I was hoping right away. So once we set them up on a smart plan, though, that's an automated system saying that once a month now, that's going to automatically send an email to that contact with neighborhood information, as long as we set that up one time. Nope, you just have to put in their address. And then Command works with the MLS to grab all that information for you. Yeah, it's really cool. I really hope it comes over right away so that I can show you. Actually, might have it. I know I have one. Okay. So this is one that an agent has me set up on, and once a month I get this email, and I always check it because I really want to know what's going on in my neighborhood. So of course this would be branded with your information right at the top. And then it breaks down the neighborhood that I live in, again, automated, but I'm thinking, wow, he created this custom email just for me. Wow. And all he had to do was know my email and know my address. And this got sent to me once a month. And then even I can click to explore more. That will bring me right to his website. So if I search for more properties, that's all done right from his website. And I can learn more about my neighborhood. So I can see what locals have to say. I can get a snapshot of that, properties for sale. I could see nearby schools. I could even put in my place of work and calculate my commute time and search nearby neighborhoods. So this is why it can be so effective and have such an effective role in your business if you can grab that contact information and put it into Command. These are the kind of things that can be set up automatically. All right. Now I am going to move into a couple settings and talk through a couple settings in Command. So to get to our settings, we're going to click on our name at the very top, and then we're going to click Settings. Now your screen's going to look a little different than mine because your connected apps come to the top. But first, I want to make sure DocuSign is connected for everyone. So you should see DocuSign maybe near the top, and it should say connected on the right-hand side here. Feel like yes? Good. All right, we're going to talk through DocuSign a little bit more in a second, but while we're on the settings page, I want to talk through some additional settings here. So some of the most important ones are going to be things like your social media. So there are Facebook connections here, but just a heads up with your social media connection, they do have to be business accounts. So for Facebook, you have to have a business page. And if you can connect up Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to Command, but they all have to be business pages. So your Instagram has to be a business as well. And the difference between these two Facebook connections is one, Command has the ability to schedule out posts in advance. So right from Command, if you wanted to sit down and schedule out the whole year of holidays, or sit down once a month and schedule out your social media for the entire month, you can schedule that out in advance so that you don't have to take on the mental load of, okay, each day I have to do a post. No, you can sit down and time block and schedule out your social media in advance, right from command. Facebook ads, however, there is a paid ads feature in command as well that allows you to run paid ads. And the reason that they're paid is because they are reaching not your followers. So when you post on Facebook like normal, your followers see your post, right? However, with ads, you can target geographic locations. So you can target specific cities and neighborhoods instead of just your followers to get leads that way. So kind of like online leads through ads. That was probably not a good explanation of those. Any questions on the difference between those? Mhm. It is. It's like $10 a month. And where you find those extra applications, marketplace. Yep. Right. Then, and just a heads up as well, if your Facebook, since Facebook owns Instagram, there's not like an extra Instagram connection. You just connect your Facebook account. And as long as those are synced together, it's going to connect both Facebook and Instagram. Scrolling down a little bit more on this page. Oh, I do see Instagram. Oh, but if you click connect here, it's going to prompt you to sign into Facebook. And that's what confused me the first time. So it's because Facebook owns Instagram. Scrolling down though a little bit more, a couple extra things to check on. Command email. If you click manage to the far right of command email, so just a heads up, with as a KW agent, you get 5,000 free emails every single month. So you can email out 5,000 times, and that resets at the beginning of each month. However, if you have a ton of contacts and you need to buy more, you can always buy more emails. But the main thing I want to check here is that everyone's reply to email is your business email or one that you will at least check. Because any email that you send from command, when they respond back, this is the email that will go to. And you can add in another email here if you would like and click save. Last thing I'll talk about on the setting page is just more of a tool that's out there for you if you're interested in it. So Twilio. Twilio is a paid feature. However, it starts pretty cheap. It's like $3.16 a month for the cheapest package. And what this allows you to do from command is bulk send text messages and automate text messages. So when I talked about earlier how you can send a happy birthday text automatically, you would need to have Twilio in order for that to be automated. However, even if you were just to use it for the birthday scenario, I would recommend it. My typical recommendation with Twilio is to try it out. Because it's only $3 a month, if you tried it out and just see how your audience engages with it, then you're going to be able to see if this is something that will be effective in your business or something that won't. You do have to get a Twilio number when you set this up. And now we do have best strategies for setting this up. So if you are interested in using this in your business, book a one-on-one with us. We can talk through that. For example, there's like a smart plan out there to introduce your Twilio number. So it's like, hey, please add this to your address book, as I may be reaching out from time to time. So that way, when they do get that happy birthday text, they know who it is. Also, an additional tip with that, adding like your name and your real phone number at the bottom of every single Twilio text, just so they know who it is. But that is a tool out there. So more so know it exists so that you can do it. Book an appointment with us if you want to start diving into it, and we can set that up together. All right. Now I'm going to jump a little bit into DocuSign because I want to make sure that everyone has their forms connected into DocuSign so that when you do have a deal, you're not like, hey, where's my forms? So in a new tab, if you go to rooms, well, actually just go to DocuSign.com and I'll show you how to get to rooms. DocuSign.com and click login in the top right to log in. And if you're wondering what your login to DocuSign is, that is on your setup sheet that we were looking at earlier. And I don't have mine because this is just a test one, but it's right here next to HomeKeeper. And every time I teach this class, I say, I'm going to bring my DocuSign login next time so I can do it on the screen, but then I never do. So I'm just going to tell you the steps on how to get our forms connected up and then show you where we can go see a really great video. So when you're logged into DocuSign, let me know. That's going to be on your site. It should be the same thing as your command password. Scott Leroy likes to keep things consistent with your passwords, which I appreciate. Yeah. Yeah, it is. We did move this tab around a little bit. Oh. You know, Leah moved the tab a little bit, so bear with me. No. Huh. Live tech? Yes, okay. It's under live tech training now. Yep. Oh yeah, it's also on the office calendar, like Google one, but in case that's overwhelming, this is like a breakdown of our tech one. Yeah. All right. Yeah, thanks for coming. Did you find it? Cool. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna get all set up then. Cool. Have a great day. Yeah. Yeah, so that is an email that you get. Yes, and the subject is Keller Cloud Setup. Yeah, that's going to be an important one to like start. It has all your like important logins and yeah, just centralized. Yeah. Are you all signed in? Nice. Okay. We're going to click on our abbreviation at the top right. And then do switch to rooms. Oops. Do you use DocuSign for commercial? No. Okay. I was wondering. Okay, go ahead and click the X because we already did this one. And then we're going to click on our initials again. We're going to go to preferences. Yep. Integrations on the left-hand side. Add provider. And I'll show you where we can find these steps as well so that when you're going through it, you know how to do this too. Oh, great. Yeah, she's the DocuSign expert, so that's great. Okay, so this is where we put in our NERDS ID or NRDS ID. If you don't know what it is, which typically agents don't, you can click that Find My Member ID. And just a heads up, this is something we just have to connect once, so you don't need to remember these steps. And then you can do like your last name and email, like this is the first option. And that typically isn't your KW email. It should be the one you signed up with NAR with. Was she able to like walk you through the DocuSign process? Is that what you guys did? Nice. That's a really good first meeting. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, awesome. So we can like double click on that and copy it. If you do Control C, it's just a shortcut. And now go back to integrations there. And if you do Control V, that is another shortcut. Oh, wait, at the same time. Perfect. Right, and then we put your last name there. And then for association, we're gonna find North Carolina, and it should be in alphabetical order. It used to not be in alphabetical order, which is yep. And then validate. Amazing. All right, so now you have all your forms in your account. So you'll always have those. So my other homework assignment, other than contacts, is to go watch this amazing video on our kwbresources.com. Under the staff, you're going to find get paid with KW Command. So important. The main thing, this KW, the bottom one, is the KW Command with DocuSign 25-minute ultimate overview. So it'll walk you through A to Z, the whole process of how to set up an opportunity or a transaction in Command, how to sync it with DocuSign, and how to submit forms to get paid. So if you watch any video, this is the one I'd recommend so that you don't feel panicked when you do have a deal come through and you feel confident that you can go through that process. Right? Gotta find Command somewhere. Okay, there it is. All right, I've jumped now back into Command. So if you still have that open in a tab, jump back to that tab. If you need to open a new tab, feel free. This like view. Yeah. There are certain things that you can only access on the desktop. So settings, yeah, settings is one of them. And where I'm going next is, and we're under our name, we're under settings. Then I'm clicking connect settings on the left-hand side and marketing profile. So this is where all your information from Command is pulling. So your headshot, it's all very straightforward. Your contact information's up here. Anything with like that red asterisk is a required thing. So you'll see not everything is required. For example, slogan, that doesn't even, that's like a very new feature. It doesn't even display anywhere at this time. So don't feel like you need to come up with some great slogan right now, but it is an option here to add in. We have bio right underneath it. If you are a provisional broker, you do have to make sure that you have the office phone number here listed here as well. So you can put your mobile phone number, but just be sure you have the office phone number if you're a PB. For the website, this is not changing your website URL. So like if you want a new website URL, this is not the spot to do it. This should be just what your public displaying website URL is so that people can click on it. Moving down, we have the Market Center information right here. And I'm going to walk through in a second how we can download the logos so that you can have those on your computer to use. But make sure you have the new office address in here now. Scrolling down just a little bit, we do have a legal footer that you can add in here. Compliance-wise, you don't actually need to put anything. We're good for websites. The only thing we need is just a logo, and we have it right there. Then for socials, so this is going to be your full social media URL. So not just your handle. It is wanting like the www dot in there and your full URL. And how you find your URL is simply by searching you up on Facebook, for example, and then taking the URL right from the top and putting it here. And then this extra option at the bottom, there is Google Analytics ID that you can add right here. And that just allows you to track your website traffic. But this is something Scott Leroy can actually set up for you. So you don't need to know the how, just know that you can do this. Oh, nice. Yeah, feel free to change that out. And then just be sure to scroll to the very, very bottom to click save to get that to save. So quickly, just to, and more like maybe a tangent, though, to find those logos, we actually have to go to a kind of a separate site to find those logos, and it's the old command. So we can find the logos by going to mykw.kw.com. And yeah, this was the old command, but now we're in command now. And we can click marketing at the top of the page. And then logos and branding. Then scroll down a little bit past the style guide. We're looking for this little search bar here. And it's just prompting for our market center number or name. So we can put in 350, which is our market center number, and click download to download all the logos so that you'll have like the transparent, the light version, the dark version. Absolutely. For sure. Yeah, it's kind of in a weird spot. But again, one of those things we just need to download once. So where I am, so if you go to mykw.kw.com, you might be able to get there a different way. Oh, sorry. My my bad. mykw.kw.com. And scroll to the bottom of this page. We're just going to accept. I confirm. And we're going to go marketing. Logos. And then we're going to scroll down like halfway-ish. There. And then type in 350. And then down. So now you have all the logos on your computers to use for our specific market center. Awesome. So I like to have that downloaded. Again, you don't have to do it multiple times. You just need to download it once. Don't even need to know how to get back. All right. And then the last thing I'd like to touch on is just who Scott Leroy Marketing is. So Scott Leroy Marketing is the people who sent over the setup and set up all your technology for you, which is an incredible thing they do for you. But they also do a bunch of other things for free. So for one, they're really great, quick technology support. So their email is support@scottleroymarketing.com. I'll leave that. So support@scottleroymarketing.com. And if you email them with any questions regarding the KW Tech, they're going to be either able to do it for you for free or send you a tip video on how to do it in a matter of 10 minutes. So they're really quick technology support. And they know the KW Tech really, really well. So anything that is like you can't find on Google because the KW Tech is really niche, if you just shoot them an email, they will send you either the steps or just do it for you for free. And they do have their own website, which under our KWB resources site, sorry, we just like moved all these tools and now I can't find it. Okay, in a new tab, if you go to scottleroymarketing.com, I'm going to re-add that. I'm going to re-add that to our KWB resources site under tech resources. That's where it used to be. But this is their website. And if you click login here, it's going to prompt for our market center number, which is, again, 350. And the main thing I want to show you is going to be under agent resources, which we're going to have a lot more options once we're signed in. We're going to have a lot of options under here. One being training. So they have trainings every single day on the KW Command Tech. So whether you want to do live trainings or you want to see some recordings, they have that right here under training. And what I like too, so, okay, if we click on agent resources as training, I like this page a lot because it breaks it down by topic. So for example, if I want to learn all about designs today in Command, it's broken down by topic so I can see all the tip videos on that. Another thing I like under agent resources and training are these SLM challenges. So they have these challenges, kind of like a day-by-day guide on the best ways to, this one is the best ways to learn Command. So it'll be things like add a contact, optimize that contact. And it kind of walks you through the best way to learn Command day by day. But I also like the SLM Getting Started Challenge. This one's a bit more just for your digital marketing. So like setting up your realtor.com profile, your Zillow profile, things like that. That's kind of outside the KW Tech, but still important for technology. And I like these because it's like a nice day-by-day guide so you don't feel overwhelmed with where to start. Then agent resources again, agent support. This is going to be a list of all the things that Scott Leroy can do for you for free. So they can, and one of the most important things, especially as a new agent, is you're probably optimizing and making sure like your contact information is up to date. So as you get a new headshot, for example, or you get a new bio, you can send that over to Scott Leroy and they can just update that all throughout the KW Tech for you for free. So they're a free resource for you guys and they can do a ton of things for free for you. So my recommendation might be just to go to their website. Again, where I am, I'm under agent resources and agent support, and just kind of eye through this list to see what all they can do for you for free so that you're not doing any extra work that you don't need to do. One of their newer things is like create a bio, for example. So we could click on this, and what it's going to take me to is a form of all the things that they would need to fill that out. So just know Scott Leroy, again, is out there for you, free resource, and they're really speedy tech support as well. If you shoot them an email at any time, they respond very quickly. So you're not alone, the KW Tech. Any questions on everything I went over? Yes. Oh, now that's on your computer. So under your like computer files, should go into your downloads like that. Oh, sorry. And yeah, it's like that big file. Yeah. Yeah. Any questions on the KW Tech? Can I throw something crazy at you? Have you guys seen ChatGPT? Have you used it? It's awesome. It's awesome. It's just, I use it for like all my social media captions, like anything and every, I hear agents use it all the time for like listing descriptions. Yeah. So if you guys ever wanted to play with ChatGPT, it's that AI thing. And basically you can ask it any question that you want. So for example, if I always like to start my prompts with act as a real estate professional, so I can frame its mindset. And write me a social media calendar for real estate tips in September. And like the more information you can give it, the better. But then you can type in literally anything. So I said, act as a real estate professional and give me a calendar for social media for September. And it just gives me the full calendar. Writes it all out for me with the captions, with emojis, everything. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, I hear agents do it all the time with like listing descriptions. They'll say like, write listing descriptions, gives like all the details, like how many beds, bath, cul-de-sac lot, anything that they would want included in there. And then they say like, and keep it in 1,000 characters because the MLS has like a limit. So it rewrites it perfectly to that size. Then you can even respond back and say, okay, rewrite this now as a social media caption or an email. I just really like ChatGPT. Yeah, you can copy and paste it. So you can like use this copy and just like paste it wherever you need to paste it. So I use it like every single time I do a caption is ChatGPT. It's never me. I'm not good at it. But yeah, just something to play with to give you some extra fun. You can ask it anything. All right. Well, thanks so much for coming to class today. Our next class is going to be Thursday. And it's on the commission requests. Like there's a new process for the commission request. So that's going to be the next class is going to be on that. Yeah, it's going to be in here Thursday, 1 to 2, and it will be recorded and it will be on Zoom. So in case you can't make it, it will be on Zoom. Yay. Well, thanks so much again for coming, and I'll see you next time. And thanks for you guys online too. Let me know if you have any questions in the chat. I'll stick around for a couple minutes to see if you do. It's such a good one. Yeah. Yeah. I get so excited to show people too, because it's just that cool. So much work. Definitely.